guys, today we're gonna talk about the last thing in 8.3, how to find the sample size for certain confidence level of confidence interval. So just like the proportion, when we want to find the sample size, we need to solve an inequality. And this time the inequality is very similar to last time when we talk about the proportion. And over here, I just gonna give you the formula, and we are going to look at the example together. Okay, so if you want to pull up your PowerPoint, we are on slide 21. So choosing a sample size. Choosing the sample size for a confidence interval for mean is very similar. Instead, it's a very similar process. Instead of the formula is a little bit different. So remember when we trying to find the confidence interval. Again, we're on slide 21. Okay, so I will put the screen back to me. Okay, remember when we try to find the confidence interval, our formula is x plus or minus t and standard deviation with an n. And over here we use the t star. So we will think if we use the same procedure as the proportion, we just need to make sure this margin of error is less than your maximum margin of error, then you are done, right? However, the formula of finding the sample size over here is a little different. We're gonna change this t to z star and make it less or equal to margin of error. Over here, if you have some question about why we use z instead of t, because over here is approximate critical value, and we can create another video to explain it. So right here, I just need you to kind of memorize it. Over instead of t, we're using the z. Okay, so I won't cut. Yeah, let me show you my screen again. Yeah, in case you didn't pull your PowerPoint up, okay? So quickly read example 7. So example 7, researchers would like to estimate the mean cholesterol level mu of a particular variety of monkeys that is often used in laboratory experiments. They would like their estimate to be within 1 milligram per deciliter, I don't know, of the true value of mu at a 95 confidence level. A previous study involved this variety of monkeys suggests that the standard deviation of cholesterol level is about 1 mg per dl. What is the minimum number of monkeys the researchers will need to test to get a satisfactory estimation? Okay, reading a question is a bad idea. Alright, so you just go ahead and read the question and take out all the useful information you want to use for this example. So over here, I will have within 1 milligram. So my ME over here will be 1. Okay, and then the true value mean at a 95 confidence interval. So over here, this z star, we're gonna find the 95 confidence interval z star. And if you remember it from before, this value is actually 1.96. If you do not know how to find the z star, you need to go back to 8.2 video to check it out. Okay, basically we take this 95%, we use 1 minus 9 divided by 2 is 0.025, and we find that inside the z table and find your value 1.96. Okay, all right. And then another information is the standard deviation is 5. So standard deviation is 5. And we want to figure out this n. So over here we have our inequality, and we need to solve this. Again, when inside of your step, please do not calculate the number out, just leave the fraction with you. So first step, we're gonna divide it by 1.64, 1.96 each side. Okay. So this cancels out. You have 5 radical n less or equals to 1.96. Over here, a lot of people will say, okay, let's just go ahead cross multiply. But this is inequality, so when you cross multiply, it's a little tricky where you got which part you're gonna put in where. So don't cross multiply. Let's just do it step by step. So over here, I will multiply the denominator, radical n. Okay, so this cross out. So 5 less than this whole thing, and then the radical n get on the top. Okay, so over here we want this n, so we want to get rid of this 1.96. So I'm gonna multiply a 1.96 each side. Okay, so 1.96 cancel out. This side we have radical n, and over here I have 1.96 multiplied by 5. We want to see what is the n is. Since n have to be a positive number, so over here we can just go ahead square it. We're gonna square both sides. So you have 1.96 times 5 squared. So go ahead, get that number on the calculator. All right, I'm actually doing it. You are doing it too. 1.96. All right, 96 times 5. And then square, I have 96.04. Okay, so what the n value will be? Somebody will say, okay, 96 pretty close to 96.04. But remember over here, we're getting the greater than, we want the integer are bigger than that, so n has to be 97. Okay, so this is the answer for this one. Again, our inequality formula is over here, and we're gonna plug in every information you can find from the question and solve for n. Okay, all right, so this is example 7 in 22. Let me go over example 8 for you very quick as well. I will put it on the screen. If you wanna read it, I would suggest you pull up your PowerPoint, but if you don't want to read the screen, pause the video very quick, read the question and try it yourself. Okay, all right, here we go. All right, so quickly read the question very quick and get the useful information out. Let me erase my board and we will go over this together very quick. All right, I think that's enough time. So let's go get back to me, and then let's read the question together. Administrator at your school want to estimate how much time students spend on homework on average during a typical week. They want to estimate meal at a 90% confidence level. So over here we are using 90%, and this value, actually I don't really remember it, so we're gonna figure out together. So we're gonna, so let's go ahead and do that now, okay? So 1 minus 90%, which is in the middle, divided by 2, we have 5%, 0.05. We want to find 0.05 on your z-score table, which is your table A. All right, so let me pull up the z-score table. If you can, if you have hard time to find it, just go down your progress book and it's over there, okay? Okay. Okay, how long it take me to find Z table? This is ridiculous. All right. Okay, so let me give you my screen, and we look at this together. So, oh cool. This is a the standard normal table, Z table, and we want to find 0.05. So let's find it. 0.05. Did you see it? Okay. Or I must be blind. Okay, it's over here. It's in between of these two values, which is 1.6. We can use either of them. Let's use 1.64. Okay? All right, 1.64. So let's show myself again, 1.64. All right, in case I forgot, I better put it down, 1.64. And you can use 1.65, okay? Your value will not be much different, okay? All right, and keep reading with a margin of error at most 30 minutes. At most 30 minutes. And a pilot study indicated that the standard deviation of time spent on homework per week is about 154. Standard deviation 154 over here. All right, I put my ends. And how many students need to be surveyed to make this goal? So let's solve it. Again, the first step, we're gonna divide it by 1.64 each side. I have 154 square root of n less or equal to 30 times 1.64. Okay, and we're gonna times radical n each side. So this part is gone. Radical n. Okay, and then I gonna divide it by the whole thing on the left side will be 154 divided by 30 times 1.64. Okay. All right. And then the last step, I will need to square each side to get my n out. Okay. Let's put that whole thing in the calculator. 154 divided by parentheses 30 times 164. 30 times 164. Over here, you need to get your parentheses over here. If you are not doing that, then the calculator thinks you are doing 154 divided by 30 first, and then multiply 1.64, which is not right, okay? Put inside the parentheses, the whole denominator, put in parentheses. I got, okay, interesting. Oh, I insert something wrong. Divided by 30. Okay, and then this answer is actually 3.13 something, and I'm gonna square it. Of course, you can do the whole thing together, okay? All right, I have 9.79, which is a weirdly small number. Did I do something wrong? Oh. Okay, guys, I want to delete this video, but I do not know how to edit video. I tried yesterday, but it's a mess. Okay, mistake. Look at here, 1.64. I multiplied this side. Definitely not right. I should divide it. Okay, so over here, oops. 30. Okay, let me just do it again. I'm sorry about this. Yesterday I was in my geometry class. I made a mistake like that, and I tried to edit my video, but didn't happen. So it's annoying. All right, let's do that again. Okay, multiply radical n. Okay, and then we're gonna divide it by this whole thing, which is multiply the reciprocal of this whole thing. Okay, now look a little better. Look at this. Okay, square, square. All right, let's try this. 154 times 1.64 divided by 30 square. All right, 70.87. Okay, so n have to greater than that, so n will get 71. So we need at least 71 students, so you can control your margin of error, which is like the difference between your mean and sample mean and the maximum value or minimum value less than 30. Okay, so this is all I have for you today. So that is all for 8.3. Okay, and next week I will have a whole week lesson about how to do testing, and I will condense chapter 9 into 3 lessons. So and as what I said, chapter 9 might be something they will test on AP test. So it's very important, and I hope you are still doing great. I will see you next week. I will post the schedule on weekend. Okay? All right. Bye bye.